Hello everyone and welcome to this N-Scale layout update. I am happy to make my first ever video really covering my N-Scale layout, and we'll start off with the scenery. So the scenery over there in the back, the mountains, is definitely my favorite part of this whole layout. What I did was I just got some foam and I painted the foam green and mixed the green paint with some brown to kind of make it look a little bit more natural. Then I got some trees, put those trees on the foam, and then I found those rocks from the driveway outside. So you can make a really decent looking train layout without spending a whole lot of money. You know, I didn't have to buy those rocks. I just went to the real world and got those rocks. And that foam was already available from some box or something, some ice maker box. So creativity is something that's really cool. We have this area right here. This turned into a great way to fix a problem that I had and use it for something creative. I had an issue where the board of wood that I'm using for my layout was not long enough for all this track because I added more track. So I used this opportunity to make a water scene. So I'm really happy with how that turned out. Now over here we have, if we zoom in, the airport. I used some more foam over there. I'm happy to be able to incorporate my planes onto this layout. I have my Royal Jordanian 747. I think it's 747-200, I think it is. We have Airbus A380 right there, and then I got that Airbus Beluga from Walmart specifically for this layout, and then I used, foam to build the airport building. So I'm really happy with that. Built the little runway as well. Moving on away from the airport, we have the yard. These tracks are not connected to the main, but they're just storage tracks. I like putting my stuff on tracks rather than just sitting on top of the wood, so it really helps. We have my Santa Fe 484 Northern, which is my only operational steam engine now, which I will elaborate on in a moment. We have my UP-8, he's sitting in the yard, and then a bunch of rolling stock. I have my daylight set on the line, my Concorde daylight set with my, Santa Fe, I believe it's a U30C, hooked up in the consist because he's the only one that's powered. All this Alco PA has is a working light. It doesn't have a motor for pulling purposes. Now, talking about what happened. So, as you can see, my NNWJ is over there near the forest, and he's on a display track, so he's basically become a park engine. And the reason is why. Why has your J become a park engine after you just got him repaired? He broke again. So these older Bachmann J's are just nothing but a headache. And as I've looked on eBay for other Bachmann J's, I don't want to buy another one of this model just because of the headache I've gone through with this one. But just looking at other models of this type for sale, 99% of them are broken when you look at them online. And if they look good, they got issues. So just the fact that on the secondhand market, it's so hard to find one that's not broken, it really speaks a lot to the issues with this era of Class J by Bachmann. So basically what happened was I got scammed on eBay when I was living overseas. I ordered it from the States. The guy said that it was new in box. I got it and it was already broken. The gears were cracked, and not only that, but the wires that go to the trailing truck to pick up power, those have been snapped and there was glue on them. So it definitely was not new in box, and the box was dirty and in bad condition too. And of course he didn't accept returns, and just scammer. It was terrible. But then I got to Canada. I was able to find a kind dude who was willing to fix it. He fixed it up, put some new gears in it. It ran flawlessly for a while, and then the other day it just seized up, and I could tell that the gears had gone bad. Because if you are into model train repairs, I don't know if you watch S&T Mainline, stuff like that, when you see an engine, specifically these Bachmann steamers, when the gears are cracked, the piston rod right there won't be straight, it'll be out of whack. And that's what happened. It was this out of whack and it was locked up. And the only reason it looks good now is because I physically, pushed it back into shape before putting it on the display track. And not only that, it was smoking from the motor too. So, I mean, this engine has just been a pain in the neck. It just goes to show that you get what you pay for, and sometimes in the model train community, if you want something good, you got to pay good money. You know, I for years I've been, let me try and find something affordable, but now I'll just buy a $150 engine if I have to, because I paid, what was it, like $60 for this, and then the parts, you know, had to pay for those later on because the gears were shot on this, and then if I were to buy more gears, I'm starting to approach the price and repairs that I paid for the engine, and it's just not worth it. And quite frankly, it looks good as a display. I mean, if you sit right here, this is a really cool shot. So he no longer runs. It is what it is. It stinks, but I mean, that's what you get with these older Bachmanns. But what the thing is strange is not all the older Bachmanns feel like lemons like their 1980s J, because I've been pretty happy with their Northern. It just was running really good yesterday. I'll put some footage of it running in this video. And also a lot of other people have been praising the Northern as well. I've also had a good experience with that Dash 8, so I guess it kind of just depends, you know. Anyways, thanks for watching, and bye for now.